What's up guys, today I explain you. Has Sasuke ever truly won a fight in Naruto Shippuden? And don't forget to like this video, subscribe this channel. Now have fun with the video.
Naruto Shippuden features countless intense fights that showcase intricate choreography and high-stakes emotions. At the forefront of the many battles that occur in this show is Sasuke Uchiha the Rogue Shinobi. After abandoning the Leaf Village and his comrades in Team 7, Sasuke goes through an arduous journey of self-discovery to grow stronger and avenge his clan. However, looking back on the battles he fought in, they're not as glorious as Sasuke would have wanted. Sure, Sasuke stood up to the 5 cage with an incredible entrance, but he lost. Yes, Sasuke managed to knock off some powerful opponents, but there were some questionable means to come out on top. To win a fight, the victor must earn victory handily with a final blow. But has Sasuke truly been able to accomplish this in Shippuden with a total victory? It makes sense why there is a discussion surrounding whether Sasuke has ever truly won a fight in Naruto Shippuden. Many of the meaningful battles he's been a part of have ended in him either coming up short, requiring assistance, or resulting in a questionable outcome. They all seem to either end in dodgy victories or total failures, making fans wonder if Sasuke's victories are ever truly earned. Sasuke is continuously portrayed as an elite shinobi, only growing stronger after each episode. However, despite his obvious skill and power, the way many of his battles conclude leaves fans questioning the legitimacy of his victories. In some cases, something occurs that prevents Sasuke from truly claiming a decisive win. These moments make it all the more understandable why people wonder whether Sasuke has ever truly won, because victory always seems elusive or incomplete. Sasuke is, without a doubt, a big deal. Even the Nine Tails compared him to Madara, which is high praise. However, when those big fights come about, he either comes up short like his final battle with Naruto, he teams with others, or the fight ends in an unexpected way. These unexpected outcomes, in particular, can be something out of his control, like an opponent's self-destruction or an interruption that prevents the battle from reaching its conclusion. These outcomes don't necessarily diminish Sasuke's strength or ability, but they do prevent fans from seeing Sasuke claim some victories to match the hype he's given and maintain his reputation. The first case of this trend was against his former comrades in Team 7. During the early episodes of Shippuden, Team 7 looks much different than when Sasuke was last around. He was replaced with Sai Yamanaka, and at this juncture, Yamato acts as Kakashi's substitute. Sasuke managed to overpower Naruto and Sai, get the better of Yamato, and even incapacitate the Nine Tails with his Sharingan. But no one threw out an attack other than Yamato, and the fight was stopped as Sasuke retreated with Orochimaru. One of Sasuke's best showings was his battle with Deidara. Yes, Sasuke presented himself as the better fighter throughout, outclassing Deidara in practically every way. However, Deidara ultimately blew himself up, putting an asterisk on the win. No matter how certain everyone is that Sasuke would have come out on top had that not happened. Sasuke didn't technically defeat Deidara with his own strength. Deidara's own actions were his undoing, stripping Sasuke of a clean victory. Sasuke's confrontation with Killer Bee was a different case entirely. He was outclassed every step of the way, while Killer Bee barely broke a sweat. Sasuke needed the rest of his group, Taka, just to make the battle even. Then, as Suigetsu tried to hold Killer Bee's 8 tails off, Sasuke awakened his Amaterasu to claim victory. Although Sasuke had a strong showing, this battle demonstrated how he couldn't defeat a Jinchuriki on his own and had to rely on his team. It also highlighted how much stronger Naruto could become or may have already gotten. Much like with Killer Bee, Sasuke needed help on other occasions, one of which was his team up with his brother to face Kabuto. After his brother was reanimated by Orochimaru, Sasuke finally got the chance to join forces with him when Kabuto took control of the battlefield. Their combined strength was necessary to take Kabuto down, and if either of them weren't there for the assist, the battle likely would have ended in a loss. Fortunately, they had each other to depend on, and Itachi ended the fight himself. But this just shows that Sasuke struggles to win on his own, further highlighting his difficulty claiming victories, especially when facing an opponent as dangerous as Kabuto. These are the typical outcomes for Sasuke in Shippuden. He either loses, like in his battle against the 5 Kage, or desperately needs assistance, like when he rejoined Team 7 to take down Kaguya. Well, those aren't exactly the only outcomes that occur in this anime. Despite these questionable victories and total failures, Sasuke does manage to notch a win or two under his belt during Naruto Shippuden. Although he might now regret one of these rare victories, Sasuke can finally claim he won something in Shippuden, even if one is bittersweet. The first victory that Sasuke manages to obtain happens to be against his very own brother, Itachi Uchiha. Sasuke vs Itachi was the long-awaited battle fans have been anticipating to see since Naruto, and it would prove to be worth the wait. Some believe that Itachi allowed Sasuke to win, since he planned all of this to begin with. Itachi managed to sow the seed of hate within Sasuke, and during their battle, stripped Sasuke of his curse mark. He had planned it all, but wouldn't make sense for Itachi to push Sasuke the hardest so that he could surpass his brother, only to cheapen his victory. Although Itachi may not have been at his most powerful because of his illness, it would be counterproductive to allow Sasuke to win after all of that work. The fight was pretty neck and neck, and if this wasn't a straight-up victory for Sasuke, he wouldn't have proved to Itachi his own strength. Even if some don't consider this a victory, the next will surely give Sasuke a much-needed win. After learning the truth about his clan's demise, Sasuke had to take the final step on his path of vengeance by killing Danzo. This battle was a grueling one that saw Danzo get bested by the budding Uchiha. Sasuke got the better of Danzo at every turn, and by the end, he was running away trying to escape from the consequences of his actions. Some think that Danzo committed suicide at the end, stripping Sasuke of this victory, but that isn't the case. Danzo actually used the collateral damage sealing jutsu, which would activate upon his death to seal away anyone nearby. He knew his life was slipping away from his battle with Sasuke, and right as he passed away, the jutsu activated. He intended for both Sasuke and Tobi to be sealed in his dead corpse, but they would successfully escape at the last second. Sasuke finally got revenge on the person that made his life hell. It's unfortunate how many things get in the way of Sasuke Uchiha attaining victory in Naruto Shippuden. Sasuke's path to becoming stronger is always interrupted by something, whether his opponents try to self-destruct, his allies pitch in to help, or something else strips him of the chance to claim victory. However, he does eventually notch a couple of wins under his belt, proving his growth. Despite his few victories, Sasuke remains one of the most powerful shinobi in history. His near wins are a testament to his resilience and skill. And even in defeat, his strength is undeniable.